Kiwis love their tucker. It doesn't matter if the purse strings are tight, or at least that's what a nationwide survey has revealed. That despite tough economic times, more than half of us are still dining out at least once a month. And joining me now is Marisa Bidois, the Chief Executive of the Restaurant Association. Marisa, thanks for coming in. So more than half of us dine out at least once a month. And the other stunning statistic is that over 90% of us treat eating out as a relatively regular pastime, something which is part of our lives. Yeah. That's a huge number.
It is. And the American Express dining research has confirmed that 93% of New Zealanders define dining out as a pastime.
As part of their life.
As part of their life, yeah.
So let's just clarify what we're talking about here. We're not talking about 93% of New Zealanders going to fine dining restaurants once every 6 months or 55% going once every 4 weeks.
No.
This is any sort of dining out?
Yeah, well, in the survey it's classified as having a meal away from home. So that could include a cafe, a restaurant, and also takeaway.
And interestingly enough, that means that you'll probably find the lower socioeconomic groups eating out a great deal more maybe than your sort of middle-income earners at your McDonald's and your KFCs, or is that just a massive generalisation?
Well, certainly, I think it's a reasonable generalisation to make. Essentially, I think New Zealanders are still looking to the restaurants and the cafes, but we definitely do include the takeaways in the survey there.
How much less are we spending, though? Because the recent economic times must have had an impact. Despite the fact we're all still going out, are we just spending a great deal less?
Well, essentially, the research said that our weekly diners who frequent restaurants on a weekly basis, they're the ones who've cut back the most. And essentially, people are looking at saving money when they're going out as well. So they may opt to purchase a cheaper wine, or they may use a coupon, or something along those lines.
The coupon thing's interesting because this is a relatively new phenomenon, isn't it? This idea of going along and getting 2 meals for the price of one. So has that added to the number of people being able to go out and enjoy a meal, or and has it also negatively affected the restaurants?
It's certainly added to the ability for people to go out to restaurants, I think. Essentially, it has definitely impacted restaurants. Some people have found that the coupon has been good for business. Other people have reported that it may not be as positive.
Restaurants are notoriously a fickle industry, though. Are more closing than opening, or are more managing to survive? Because they close as soon as they open, some of them, don't they?
Yeah, well, our closure rate is 18 months on average.
Wow.
But essentially, the industry is very positive at the moment. We've seen 200 new establishments open this year. So essentially, we're growing.
What type of restaurant should I open if I probably want to aim for the most consistent success in business?
Well, research has shown us that the number of cafes opening up at the moment has increased. And I think that has a lot to do with some approachability, the price line as well. A lot of people include cafe in their sort of daily lives. You have a cafe that you stop by for a coffee in the morning, Sunday brunch. It really is part of the social fabric of New Zealanders, really.
Well, you can actually have a meal for $30 rather than $150. Marisa Bidois, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Very interesting.